All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You should have done this problem already, so let's go ahead and go through it together. Again, we are solving for y. I need to get the y term by itself. So first, I have this x term over here that is being added on. So I need to undo that by subtracting it. So I'm subtracting 5x from both sides. I'm going to then cancel those, because 5x minus 5x is 0, leaving me with 4y equals 20 minus 5x. And again, these are different terms. They cannot be combined. So we just write it out minus 5x. Now I have 4y. 4 is being multiplied by the y, so I'm going to divide both sides by 4. Again, everything gets divided by 4. So the 4's cancel, leaving y equals 20 divided by 4 minus 5 divided by 4, x. 20 divided by 4 is 5. 5 divided by 4 is an improper fraction, but it's reduced, so we'll just leave it as 5/4, and then there's x. So there's my answer. Now, I also want to just note here, you can write your answer like this, y equals negative 5/4 x plus 5. Notice how all I did was just change the order of the two terms. Technically speaking, it's actually better to write the x term first and then the constant term. So either of these answers is acceptable. The one on the right is actually a little bit better. Okay, so if you've got any questions on this one, make sure you seek out your teacher. Otherwise, let's go ahead and move on to the next type of problem, which is a literal equation. So notice there are no numbers here, right? It's ax plus b equals c. There's no numbers. I want to reassure you that we're going to go with the same rules, okay? We're doing opposite operations to isolate a variable. It's going to look weird because it's all variables now, but it's exactly the same as what we've been doing. So what we're going to do is solve for x. So we have a times x plus b equals c. We need to undo this equation. Remember, our normal order of operations would be multiply, then add to get the c. When we're solving, we're going to do the opposite. Instead of adding b, we're going to subtract b. So those cancel because it becomes 0. b minus b is 0. And on the left-hand side, I'm left with a times x. On the right-hand side, I have c minus b, which again are different terms. So I'm just going to write out c minus b because that's what happened. I can't combine them, but I know that I am subtracting b from c because that's what it says right there. Now we're almost done. The x is almost been isolated, but we're multiplying this x by a right now. And so we need to undo that. Because we're multiplying by a, we're going to divide by a, which means I need to divide the entire right-hand side by a. So the a's cancel, leaving x by itself. On the right-hand side, we have c minus b divided by a. Now, there's no meaningful way to do the division here, right? C divided by a is c divided by a. We can't combine any of those things. B divided by a is just b divided by a. So you can just write out your answer like this, c minus b over a, and then we have x solved for. You can also choose to write your answer this way, where we make sure a is divided by everything here, right? Do c over a minus b over a. This is also an acceptable answer. But notice the x has been isolated. It is by itself. So I know that this equation looks different because there's no numbers in it, but it's just like this equation over here, right? That we could do. You've seen this exact type of problem. Notice that this is the same thing, right? ax 5x plus b plus 4 equals c equals 8. It's like the a is 5, the b is 4, and the c is 8. And the steps we complete to do this is minus b, this is minus b, this is minus 4, this is minus 4, are exactly the same. We're subtracting b, dividing by a. We're subtracting 4, we're dividing by 5. So even though there is no numbers in this literal equation. The steps are the same. All right, I've got a practice problem for you back on your canvas, so go try that out, and then we'll see you in the next video.